I'm Shawn Adams.
I'm Tony Gaglione.
This is Smacktalk.
What we're doing here is we're at Sagos, 4790 South Fort Apache. A lot of people are talking shit about football right now. We got Teddy, we got Brooks, we got Kyle. They're all talking shit. They don't know nothing, but they're talking shit anyway. So let's talk about a little football before we get into everything
else. Let's talk about how bad Brooks' fantasy football team sucks. Hey, I have bad news for fantasy owners. If you picked up Reggie Wayne on the waiver wire because he was just signed by the Patriots, my skill says Brooks picked him up. He's going to get injured because he had Kelvin Benjamin. He got injured for the year. He picked up Miles Austin, who then got injured for the rest of the year. And then he just picked up Reggie Wayne. So if I were you, I'd drop Reggie Wayne right now and let somebody else.
Basically, he's giving you the finger right now, and he's a little upset. You know, it happens. It happens. Give me your top.
I got $20 says you don't win a game against me.
Give me your top 3 fantasy players this year.
I'm going to say Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper. I like that. It's a wide receiver, rookie wide receiver for the Oakland Raiders, playing with David Carr, or Derek Carr, David Carr's little brother. So you got to have a good night, guys. Have a good night, boys.
Later, Teddy. I'll see you again.
I like Amari Cooper. That's a good one. I'm going to give you Jimmy Graham on this one because I think that in Seattle he's going to do a lot more.
I don't like that pick.
No, you don't like it because he played in an offense that doesn't really have to do with the tight end.
Yeah,
in New Orleans.
He was a wide receiver in New Orleans.
It's great. It doesn't matter, dude. They can split him out at wide receiver in Seattle.
They're going to run the ball with Marshawn Lynch, bro.
Pete Carroll is smart enough to get this man in the offense, and if he's not, then he shouldn't have traded for him.
Yeah, that's true. Pete Carroll also is not smart enough to run the ball in the Super Bowl, but hey, we're not going there.
That's very true.
So give me your second pick.
My second pick is going to be Eddie Lacy.
I like that pick.
The only reason I pick Eddie Lacy in a passing offense like Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers, I know he lost Jordy Nelson, which actually adds to my argument. You have Randall Cobb and et cetera. However, passing offense opens up the run.
Yeah.
So there you go. I mean, you pass 2 downs, it's open, the defense drops back into the quarter, and then you run the ball, and he gains 8 to 9 yards a carry.
I'm going to go with another running back. I'm going to go with C.J. Spiller, New Orleans. He's basically taken over the Darren Sproles role. He's definitely more of a speed threat than Darren Sproles.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
And he's definitely a more open field threat than Darren Sproles because C.J. Spiller has that elusiveness as he did at Clemson. My number one fantasy pick this year.
Hit me.
Antonio Brown, Pittsburgh Steelers. Not because I'm a Steelers fan, but that guy had 181 targets last year.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. You're a Steelers fan.
Yeah, I know, but he's going to get about 160 targets this year. He's probably going to put up 10 TDs, about 1,500 yards receiving.
Okay, my number one's Adrian Peterson.
AP, I can't argue with that.
You have to have Adrian Peterson on your fantasy team if you're picking in the top 3 in your league.
Yeah, I would say Jamal Charles is a close second because he's going to get a lot of touches.
I would say Jamal, or I would say LaShawn McCoy because he's playing in Buffalo.
LaShawn McCoy's hurt right now?
Yeah, but it's fine, but he's going to be back for the regular season.
Okay, so let's go over something.
All right, go ahead.
We just watched the Yankees get smashed tonight, okay? Yankees are 4 games up on the wild card. Toronto's in first place. You got the Rangers, the Orioles, the Twins.
Tampa Bay and the White Sox.
Right?
All within 5 games.
And the Angels.
All within 5 games.
All within 5 games. That race is going to be interesting because there are 3 teams in the National League wildcard race that have better records than every team in the American League wildcard.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but you're looking at a situation where, like you see in basketball, where the Western Conference is 10 times stronger than the Eastern Conference, you know?
Yeah.
Every year you see this. It goes from the Eastern to the Western.
Is it that the National League is better than the American League, or is it that the National League has teams like the Braves, the Diamondbacks,
No, I think that the
Brewers.
National League has I think the National League has a lesser talent pool than the American League by far. And that's the problem because they're all on the same teams. Yeah. So when you look at the National League, you look at the Philadelphia Phillies. Yeah, they're one of the worst teams in baseball. Yeah. And you look at the Atlanta Braves.
You look at the San Diego Padres.
Yeah, whatever. They're all one of the worst teams. Now, when you look at the American League, you go to the AL Central, for example. Your Minnesota Twins, my Chicago White Sox, the Detroit Tigers, the Kansas City Royals. They're all beating up on each other all year.
Yeah.
If you had more...
You could say that with the American League East.
If you had less of parity...
The Orioles, the Yankees, and the Blue Jays as well beating up on each other.
Definitely.
With Tampa Bay in
Definitely.
there, too.
If you had less of parity in those leagues, those teams would be winning 90 games
That's an interesting point. Because you have, in the American League East, you have Tampa Bay, Yankees, Blue Jays, Orioles, all within the division or wild card race, beating up on each other. In the Central, you have the Twins, the Royals, the Tigers, the White Sox, all beating up on each other in the wild card race for the division.
Sure.
And in the West, you have the Astros, the Angels, and the Rangers, all beating up on each other.
Yeah, and then you look at the National League, and you have the San Francisco Giants, who are 6.5 games behind Chicago.
You could literally name out of 12 teams, or no, out of 15 teams, you could name 4 teams that are horrible in the American League. That would be the Oakland Athletics, the Seattle Mariners, the Boston Red Sox, and the Cleveland Indians. Other than that, you have pretty decent teams throughout. Okay. Now, the Royals are going to run away with the Central because they're 12.5 games up, but that's one team. It's not like in the National League Central where the Pirates, the Cubs, and the Cardinals have better records than every American League wildcard team.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Now you're looking at where the Washington Nationals play with the New York Mets. The New York Mets are far in front of the Washington Nationals, but the Washington Nationals, if they were in the American League, would be in the wild card spot right
exactly,
now.
Exactly.
So there you go. Yeah. Let's talk about EPL real quick.
Yeah, so Liverpool and Arsenal drew. Aaron Ramsey was wrongly ruled for an offside goal, but that you can't say that Arsenal deserved to win that game because Liverpool put about 4,800 shots on goal. Peter Cech made a bunch of good saves.
Your goalie saved your ass.
That's good because he bombed on the West Ham game.
Yeah, well, great, because he saved your ass on many occasions in this game.
Giroud had a late chance.
Don't just play it off like it's nothing,
I give
dude.
It to you. But Giroud had a late chance. Mignolet, it's almost like a mirror image. In the first half, Cech was making all the saves. In the second half, it looked like Mignolet was making all the saves. So that's that. Man City's perfect record, right?
Yeah.
United's there. They got 7 points.
7.
Right? Crystal Palace is in 4th place.
Let me stop you really quick. I know that Crystal Palace was your thing. We'll talk about that in a minute. But let me talk to you about Man United real quick, since it's such a largely followed club and it's my club. 2 goals in 3 games.
2 goals.
And still yet 7 points.
They've scored more goals in one Champions League playoff game than they have all season in the EPL.
Okay. What do you think is the issue here?
I think the issue is they're relying too much on balls into the box. They're getting Ashley Young out wide. They're getting Rojo out wide. They're getting Mott out wide. And they're dishing balls into the box. They need to do what Man U does best. And I told you this a long time ago. They get into the 6-yard box and they pass around that perimeter. They don't necessarily just cross it in. They pass it around looking for that shooting lane. Or a guy like Rooney or Mata can pick it up from deep, or even Daley Blind or Michael Carrick can pick it up from deep and take a curving shot, or do the 1-2 touch. And so that's why I think Man United needs to go get a guy like Edison Cavani.
They have to get a guy that plays into the system, and right now the strikers up front do not play into the system.
Rooney does not play well in a single striker role.
Does not play into the system.
He needs a partner.
He's going to have to play a center attacking mid to flourish in this offense, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But, I think we're both on the same page.
Their best midfield combination pairing would be Schweinsteiger at CDM, at center defensive mid, Mata and Ashley Young out in the wings, and Rooney center attacking mid. That means you need to put 2 guys up front. Now, you got Chicharito, and they're talking about putting Fellaini up front.
Pick. Yeah, I hate that.
I know. But here's the thing.
Fucking hate that, Shawn.
Fellaini is better equipped to play CDM or center attacking mid. So if you put Rooney up with Chicharito, now you're taking away from Rooney's best playing from the midfield, picking the ball up deep, making space.
Sure, you take away his entire foot, basically.
Yeah.
So his entire dribbling skills, all that, it's gone.
They need a guy like Cavani or like a Mario Gomez. Somebody big that can hold up play, because Chicharito's not a hold up player.
I just say we give Ronaldo back and fuck him.
Chicharito.
Chicharito.
He's there when the ball comes in, but he's not a hold up player. He's like a Theo Wilcott, except not as fast. He plays better facing the goal than his back to goal. Rooney is like that way. Van Persie was a guy that could have his back to the goal and make plays. Cavani's a guy that can put his back to goal. Ibrahimovic is a guy like that.
Okay, so
here's my problem.
Go ahead.
They could have signed Pedro. They chose not to sign Pedro. Pedro signs for Chelsea. He scores a goal and an assist in his opening game. I think that was a mistake on Van Gaal's part. Yeah. I think that because Pedro would help.
Dude, he's looking for system players. That's all he's looking for is system players. From what you see right now, give me your top 3 at the end of the season from what you see right now.
From what I see right now, I'll say like I said in the beginning of the season, Man City, Arsenal, Man United.
Okay.
I think Liverpool knocks Chelsea out of Champions League places.
I'm going to think Man City's going to take a a little bump here and there.
They look.
And you're gonna love this one.
Arsenal,
Man U, Man City, Chelsea.
Okay.
That's my top 4.
Yeah, I like that. The thing about Arsenal is we do the same thing every year. We start slow.
I love to see.
Strong.
I mean, I love to see you guys win. I love to see you guys win. Trust me.
We have 4 points from 3 games, which is better than having 1 point from 3 games like we've done in previous seasons.
Sure.
But the thing is when it comes to Arsenal, they've gotten over these bumps. Like people said they couldn't win big games. Last year they went to Man City, won. They went to Chelsea and won. They beat Manchester United at Old Trafford. They've done these things over the last 3 seasons.
The thing you
They've
lost
done
at
these
Emirates.
things.
That's
the
problem.
That's
There's
right.
those games that are in between.
That they
like you
lose.
say, you win big games, great, but fine.
But then
when
you lose,
invite,
then you lose to West Ham at home.
Yeah, when you invite United to Emirates and you lose. When you invite City to Emirates and you lose.
We drew
Whatever, it doesn't matter. The point is that you're losing points on those games
on
that you should be winning.
That's right.
So that's why you fall in the 5 and the 6 and the 7 spot.
Hey,
or the
let's
3
just talk
and
about
4
the
and
2
5
teams
spot.
we talked about this year. Norwich City.
Yeah, okay.
Looking
Norwich City is my sleeper team, and they're in the number 7 spot right now.
Crystal Palace, my sleeper team, they're sitting in the 4th spot.
Yeah, you know how this is going to go. They're both going to go down to like 14 and 15.
Yeah, but we called them.
Sure, and stealing points early in the year is
going to
where
help them.
you win your money.
Yeah, here's the thing. Norwich and Crystal Palace stealing points early in the year. This is what it gives them that safety. Hey, we're not in relegation.
No, and they can play comfortably, they can play without.
They
that,
can go away to Stoke. They can go away to Newcastle and not worry about the result.
Exactly. Fine. When you invite teams in like Man United or Man City or Arsenal, you're going to play with a recklessness that is going to cause them problems, and you might be able to steal a draw out of them.
Yeah, or even a victory.
Where people even said that you're going to lose by 4 or 5 goals.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? So
here's the thing. Here's a team that I wasn't really paying attention to.
Look at Crystal Palace last year. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No.
Crystal Palace took 3 points from Man City at Crystal Palace last year.
Yeah.
So that was part of the reason they stayed out of relegation.
Here's one thing. Here's a team that I'm high on them, but I really feel like they're going to benefit a lot from the top 4 struggle, and that is Swansea City. I see Swansea City doing what Southampton had done in previous years.
Okay.
Not saying they're going to Europa League or any of that stuff, but I see Swansea City being that team that Swansea City is going to be a team that keeps Everton, Tottenham, Chelsea, and Liverpool. It's going to keep them down when Man City, Arsenal, and Man United are winning. Because they're going to go to, when Man City's away to Swansea and United plays Bournemouth, that's free points for Man United and stolen points from City, as just happened. Swansea's drug. You see what I'm saying?
So we're watching preseason football right now.
Oh,
okay.
Preseason is the worst thing to watch.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible. I want 2 things from you right now before we go. I want a Super Bowl pick, and I want a World Series pick.
Okay. Super Bowl pick, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Against who?
I'm going to say the New York Football Giants.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with that horribly.
Okay.
But that's cool. I mean, it is what it is.
That draft class, Eli and Roethlisberger, they've got 5 Super Bowl appearances between them. They're going to be another one.
That's fine. I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs.
I like that pick. Alex Smith doing what he does.
Yeah, managing the game. Against the Seattle Seahawks.
Ooh, okay. I think the Seattle Seahawks fall off, and I actually think that Arizona is the team to beat in that division.
That is awful. That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
If Carson Palmer's healthy, that team is a lot better than when it has Ryan Lindley.
All right, John Brown.
I'm just saying. Ryan Lindley is their quarterback last year, late in the stretch.
Give
Arizona
me your World
was
Series
8-1.
pick.
World
I don't
Series
want to
pick.
hear about it.
World Series pick. St. Louis Cardinals.
Okay. So basically you're going with the
Kansas
top
City
of the
Royals.
Line. Okay. So you're going with the top of the creme de la creme?
Creme de la creme here.
Okay.
I would like to see the Pirates in it, but
I'm going to go with the Toronto Blue Jays in the American League.
Okay.
And in the National League, I'm going to go with the Chicago Cubs. And I'm going to say Toronto wins in 6 games.
The Chicago Cubs flaking out on that Back to the Future stuff. All right. So before we go, we just want to announce one thing.
What do you got?
Brooks sucks. His fantasy team sucks.
So
Everyone in our
on
fantasy league,
Facebook?
yeah, we're gonna post this on Facebook. Everyone in our fantasy league is going down. I play Tony week 1. We'll hash it out week 1, and then we'll go on to dominate our leagues. I plan on seeing Tony in the championship game. He has Tom Brady. I got Roethlisberger.
Adrian Peterson, brother.
Yeah, I got Jamal Charles, son. We're right there with each other.
Antonio Brown.
I got AJ Green. Contact
you're
Victor
fantasy
Cruz.
fan right there.
Victor Cruz.
So,
yeah,
that's all good. I'm Tony Gaglione.
I'm Shawn Adams.
Thanks for watching Smacktalk.